You wake up in 1975, no phone, no email. No one can reach you unless they knock on your door or call the landline that sits in your kitchen like a piece of furniture. Your boss can't text you at midnight. Your mother can't send you 18 messages about Thanksgiving dinner. You exist in physical space only, and when you leave a room, you vanish from the world's consciousness entirely. This isn't dystopia. This is just Tuesday. Now wake up today. Your phone buzzes before your eyes open. 37 notifications. Someone tagged you in something. Your bank account needs attention. A distant acquaintance is getting married, and you're somehow obligated to care. You haven't even brushed your teeth, and already you're behind on 5 different conversations. 3 work emails, and a growing sense that everyone else is doing life better than you. You feel it in your chest. That tightness. That's anxiety. And it's everywhere. But here's the strange part. Anxiety isn't new. Humans have always been anxious. We're designed that way. The difference is what we're anxious about. In the 70s, people worried about nuclear war, sure, but they worried during specific moments. When they thought about it, the rest of the time, they were just living. No constant scroll of catastrophe. No algorithmically curated feed of everything wrong with the world, delivered directly to their cortex every 14 seconds. The 1970s offered something we've almost forgotten. Boredom. Real, uninterrupted, stare-at-the-ceiling boredom. And boredom is where the brain rests. It's where creativity happens. It's where you actually process the day instead of drowning it in content. You'd sit on a porch, listen to crickets. Think about absolutely nothing. Your nervous system would regulate itself naturally because there was nothing demanding your attention every single moment of your existence. Today, boredom is extinct. The moment you feel it creeping in, you grab your phone. Instant stimulation. Dopamine hit. Your brain learns that discomfort must be avoided immediately. So the tolerance for any negative feeling drops to 0. You become allergic to your own thoughts. And anxiety thrives in that space. That inability to sit with yourself without distraction. Here's what changed. In the 70s, you had control over your inputs. You chose to turn on the news. You chose to read the paper. You chose to answer the phone or let it ring. Information came at you in manageable chunks. You could opt out, just not engage. Your mind had room to breathe. Freedom wasn't about doing whatever you wanted. It was about not being reachable, not being perceived. Not having to perform your life for an invisible audience that judges you in real time. The 2000s flipped that entirely. Now you're always on. Always available. Always performing. Your worth is measured in metrics. Likes, followers, how quickly you respond to messages. Your vacation isn't real unless it's documented. Your meal doesn't count unless it's photographed. Your existence requires proof, constant proof, that you're living correctly. And who decides what's correct? An algorithm designed to keep you scrolling, not to make you happy. This creates a specific kind of anxiety. Comparative anxiety. You're not just living your life. You're watching everyone else live theirs, or at least the edited highlight reel they present. You see your classmate's promotion, your cousin's engagement, a stranger's perfect body, someone's vacation in Bali, and your brain, which evolved to assess threats in a small tribe, now thinks it's in competition with 8 billion people. You're losing a race you didn't sign up for against people you've never met. In the 70s, you competed with your neighbor. Maybe your coworkers. That was the scope. You knew if you were doing okay because you could see the people around you and assess realistically. Now your reference point is a 19-year-old millionaire influencer who doesn't actually exist in any meaningful sense, but still makes you feel like a failure because you don't have their life. The pressure isn't just social, it's economic. The 70s had problems, absolutely. Inflation, recession, unemployment, but you could still buy a house on a single income. You could graduate college without debt that follows you to the grave. The system was flawed, but it was navigable. You could genuinely believe that hard work led to stability. That contract is broken now. You work harder than your parents did and have less to show for it. The anxiety isn't irrational. It's a completely logical response to a system designed to extract everything from you while giving back crumbs. Then there's the climate. The planet is actively dying and you're told to fix it by using a metal straw. Every choice is a moral referendum. Your coffee, your car, your clothes. Everything you buy is either ethical or you're personally responsible for suffering somewhere. The weight of the world sits on your shoulders while corporations burn it down for profit. That's not freedom. That's psychological warfare. And technology promised to free us. Remember that. The internet was supposed to liberate humanity. Access to all information. Connection across distances. The democratization of knowledge. Instead, it became a surveillance engine that monetizes your attention and sells your anxiety back to you as content. You're not using the internet, it's using you, and it's very good at it. The 1970s were analog. Your mistakes stayed local. You said something stupid at a party, people forgot. Now your mistakes are forever, screenshotted, archived, weaponized. There's no statute of limitations on embarrassment. You're one viral moment away from becoming a global pariah. That fear, that constant awareness that you're always one post away from destruction, rewires how you exist in the world. You self-censor, you perform, you curate. Authenticity becomes a brand strategy. Sleep was easier in the 70s. You got tired, you went to bed. Now you're in bed scrolling through horrors until your brain is too fried to process reality. Blue light tells your circadian rhythm it's noon. Your nervous system stays activated. You wake up exhausted because you never actually rested. Sleep deprivation amplifies anxiety. Anxiety disrupts sleep. The loop tightens. Community used to be physical, your neighborhood, your church, your union. Places you'd show up and see the same faces and build actual relationships. Now community is digital. You're in 17 group chats. You're connected to thousands of people and deeply known by none of them. Loneliness and hyperconnection coexist. You're never alone, but always lonely. That contradiction creates a specific existential dread that's hard to name. The expectations are impossible now. You're supposed to optimize everything. Your career, your body, your relationships, your mental health, your side hustle, your personal brand. There's always another level, another goal, another version of yourself you're failing to become. In the 70s, you could just be you could be mediocre, you could be fine. That was acceptable. Now fine is failure. Average is unacceptable. You're supposed to be exceptional at everything or you're wasting your potential. Therapy was stigmatized in the 70s. Now everyone's in therapy, which is progress. Except therapy has become another task, another thing you're supposed to optimize, another place you not good enough because you not healing fast enough or doing the work correctly. Mental health awareness is good. Mental health as performance is exhausting. Information overload is the silent killer. Your brain isn't built for this. You're not supposed to know about every tragedy happening in real time across the entire planet. You're not designed to hold that much suffering, but you do, every day. Earthquakes, shootings, wars, injustice, all of it pours into your awareness, and you're supposed to care about all of it, while also doing your job and answering emails and pretending you refine. It's too much. It's always been too much. The 70s had mysteries. Questions without immediate answers. You'd wonder about something and just not know. That was okay. Now every question is answered instantly. Google it. But that eliminates the space between question and answer where thinking happens, where you sit with uncertainty, where you develop tolerance for not knowing. Now not knowing feels like failure, like you one search away from being smart, and if you do you search immediately, you're lazy. Control is the core issue. In the 70s, you had more control over your environment, your time, your attention, your choices felt like they mattered. Now everything is algorithmic, feeds are curated by machines, jobs are gig-based and unstable, housing is unaffordable, healthcare is a gamble, politics is theater. You can do everything right and still lose. That lack of agency breeds helplessness, and helplessness is fertilizer for anxiety. But here's the truth. Anxiety isn't weakness. It's your body trying to protect you. It's the alarm system responding to real threats. The problem is, the threats are constant now. The alarm never stops. Your nervous system stays activated because the danger never ends. It's not that you're broken. It's that you're a human nervous system trying to survive in an environment it was undesigned for. The 1970s weren't perfect, but they were quieter, slower, more forgiving. The future felt possible. Now, it feels like a threat. Something to anxiously prepare for but never quite reach. We traded freedom for connection and lost both. We traded privacy for convenience and got surveillance. We traded presence for productivity and ended up exhausted. You can't go back. The 70s are gone, but you can opt out in small ways. Turn off notifications. Leave your phone in another room. Sit with boredom. Let yourself be unreachable. Stop performing, stop comparing, stop optimizing. Just exist, messily, imperfectly. Anxiety won't disappear, but maybe it'll quiet down. Maybe you'll remember what it feels like to just be a person instead of a profile. Maybe that's enough.